All right. The weird thing about WordPress is you have to make web pages before there's a navigation. And then once we make those pages, we have to make a menu, even though WordPress makes a menu. But usually the menu is all messed up. It's just crazy. So click Pages, and we'll add new. We're going to make one called Home. And I'll write Home here. And I'll press Publish. I'll make Add New Page. We're going to make one called Contact. And I'll just write Contact in here. I am so dyslexic. Publish. We're going to make another one called Photos. I'm going to make a gallery. We're going to make one called, we made Home, we made Contact, we made Service, Services, okay. All right, I have About, Contact, Home, Photos, Services. We got 5 pages. And we're going to do e-commerce, and it's going to make its own store page, so we don't have to worry about making that yet. Let's click on our website and refresh it. See if any navigation is there now. Let's check it out. Huh. Well, we don't have navigation here yet. So let's make a theme. Yay! Theme! Go to Appearances, Themes. Let's play with one. Let's activate this one. We're going to click on, let me see, Custom Theme, Widgets, Menus, Header, Background, Customize. This doesn't look like it. Widgets, themes. I don't know about that. Let me click on another one. Let's click on this one and click on Activate 2015. Oh, I guess we were into 2016. Okay, refresh. All right, so now we're in this new one. And where's our pages? I don't see our pages anywhere. I don't see navigation. We just made those pages. I don't see them anywhere. Do you? Nope. Let's click on this one. Let's activate this one. And let's refresh. That's how simple it is to activate. Here we go. About, Contact, Home, Photos, Services. Now, I like to keep the Contact all the way at the end, and then I'll have Home at the beginning, and then About second. So now you understand when I went to my pages, About, Contact, Home, see how they're in what order they're in? So you can either, looks like Photos, Services, it looks like it's in this order, right? So if you want to be like really not worrying about trying to make a menu, delete all these pages and then put Contact first, you know, whatever you want at the end of the menu to be over here, and then whatever you want to be at the beginning of the menu last. So I would write Home last. Now About was already in here, so that's kind of screwy too. So that was already there. When I click on About, I'm going to write, this is an example, you can get this, I'm going to write About and make that left justify. Let's update that. Alright, so now, refresh it. Let's click on About, Contact, Home, Photos, Services. Let's go back to Home page. Now your home page is not really the home page. It says Home, right? But it's not Home. If I click on this right here, this takes me to the home page, which says Hello World, which is a blog, right? I know it says Home, but that's not the home page. And we're going to have to make the home page the home page. Does that sound freaky? Yeah. So let's go to menus, appearances, menus. This is very important. All right, we're going to create a new menu. Create menu. We're going to call this one, let's call it, what are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? Our first menu. Aw. Create menu. All right, we're going to choose services, photos, contact, home, and about. Add to the menu. Click on that. They pop up over here. See that? I'm going to put home at the top. I'm going to put contact at the bottom. See how you can move them around, kind of flash and oriented. I'm going to put about second, services, third, and photos, fourth. There we go. And then I'm going to click Save Menu. Now, I think I have to implement it, but let me see here. Let me refresh. Okay, it's not working. So now I have to go back to the menu page here. Manage locations. Select the menu. Our first menu. Secondary, click Save Changes. Let's see if that worked. Refresh. Home, about, services, photos. All right, we have everything in the right order now. So that was easy, right? It's kind of weird, but it's easy. And cool thing is, let's say, let's see, you go to your pages page. I'm going to do a control click and make a new link. I do this all the time where I have a bunch of WordPress web pages open at the same time. But let's just say on your, let me see, home, contact, about, services. Let's say in your services page you want to drop down, add new, and you want to call it services 2. I don't know. Copy that. Publish it. Okay, so now when I go back to my website and refresh, I don't see services up there because it's not in the menu that I made. Aha. So now I have to refresh this page. So my services pops up over here. Services, add to menu. Services. I'm going to bring this up and watch what it does. I put it underneath services 1, but I have a little indent. I can move it over here and move it over here. When I do that, this becomes a sublink for services. Save menu. Let's go to WordPress, refresh. Now services has a little dot next to it, a little arrow. Ah, look at that, a submenu. How easy is that? So WordPress is easy to work with if you know what you're doing, and you can have a cool submenu that quickly. Okay, if I click on services 2, I got services. If I click on services, I'm on services. Cool, home page, but it's not really the home page. I got to make a home page, right? I got to make a static website page there.